Hi ladies. So I wanted to present to you guys my why of Younique. I have a little bit of a different story. I know everyone kind of has a different story. For me, my family didn't necessarily need Younique. When I ordered, Kathy was having a party and it was 3 o'clock in the morning. My husband was sleeping and once again I couldn't sleep. So I ordered from under the covers and I ordered it. In the meantime, while I was waiting for it, I went away for the weekend on a girls trip with Gracie and someone I thought was a friend. Ended up being the friend wasn't such a good friend, caused a scene, and really hurt me by yelling at me in a car with Gracie in the car. And I had a kind of a crazy childhood, so it brought up some issues from my childhood with trauma, the being screamed at and not being able to get out of a vehicle with Gracie there. And it was stuff I didn't even know that I'd had a problem with. And so when I got the mascara, I had been home. Gracie went back to her biological mom's house, and I was home. My husband was hunting all week, and literally sat every day in the house crying. I was a mess. I'd lost somebody I thought was a really good friend. Gracie had been hysterical at what had happened, and I didn't have my husband home to help me out. So I got the mascara, I tried it, and I was like, I have lashes. And that night I actually had Gracie with me. I was so excited. I couldn't believe I had lashes. I was freaking out about it. So I contacted Kathy, and I was like, Kathy, I'm going to have a party. My friends need this mascara. Like, how do I do it? I'll do an online party. So I had the party. Like 12 hours later, I'd had $500 in sales, including a bulk order of me saying to my friends, hey, who wants the mascara? Let's put a bulk order in. You guys can all save on shipping, so you don't have to pay the $5.50 in shipping that I did. And I think I got like 8 people in like 3 seconds. Okay, maybe 10 minutes, but it felt like 3 seconds. And I said, Kathy was like, you need to sell. You'd be huge. You need to sell. So I signed up to sell. My husband was getting home from hunting that night. I never told him I was selling it. Told him I got the mascara and that I was having a party and all my friends wanted it. And we had to go to a wedding the next day in Vegas, and we went to Vegas and kind of blocked out all the stuff that was going on because I had my security blanket. My husband was home. Got back from Vegas from the wedding and started dealing with the week, and I started shutting down. I had all these chores. I was supposed to be training clients. I was canceling clients. I wasn't telling my husband. Literally just sitting home. I wasn't wanting to go anywhere, but the mascara came in, the bulk order, and I had to deliver it. So once I started delivering it, I was getting out of the house. Still having a really hard time. The girl that caused the problem happened to work at my physical therapy office, so I had to see her. So every time I'd have to go into the office, I would kind of break down again. I was a hot mess. But sales were going crazy. My launch party was huge, and I had to leave the house. It was pretty cool. I consider Younique to be like my counseling. I dealt with the stuff otherwise anyway, but it was like I had to get out. I had to get back. I had to be back to being Jen, to being outgoing, and to being excited, and to having a really good time. And then all of a sudden I was making money. I got the purple card and it had money on it. I think I made like $1,600 the first month. I started September 5th. And I hit blue, and it was huge. You know, another thing, I have a good life. We don't exactly need the money. I mean, who can't use extra money? But my husband had never, ever, not once in the entire time we've been together, ever asked for money out of my wallet. Suddenly, we would be places, and he'd be like, hey, do you have $20? And he'd go in my wallet, and he'd be like, I took 60. I'm like, oh, okay. Christmas came, and it's always hard to figure out something he wants, because usually it's me hiding money to try and get it, because I don't want him to know how much I'm spending. This year, I went crazy on Christmas, and I paid for it all. Every single penny. So now for me, my goal is to pay off all of our debt and to keep it going. He still doesn't know how much I've made. He knows that Christmas was huge. It was the biggest present-wise Christmas we've ever had. He was blown away by all the stuff I gave him. He'll see it when we go to the tax guy, I know that. But really just, I want to be able to give back to my husband, but more than anything, that experience I had in September with all of those girls that were getting the mascara and getting excited and making me get out of that shell of sitting home and crying. And if you know me, I'm not much one for crying, and I'm not one for sitting home, ever. I wanted to bring that to everyone else. I don't know how many times I've gotten messages, you know, my husband just left me, or I want to leave my husband. I got this mascara and I finally have something to smile about. Or, you know, my mom died and I haven't been the same. I've been super upset, but I got this mascara and I have something to smile about again. Younique is about empowering women. We all have a different story. We all have a different reason. And being able to help people through those stories and those reasons and teach them, hey, you can have your own business. You can make this money. You can make people happy. The happy part, that's amazing. And the money is great. I mean, the money is phenomenal. I look back at what I've made and I'm thinking, holy schmoly. And I still want to make more and more and more. I'm not going to lie. Like, I set goals for that. But getting messages from women that are smiling again, who love themselves again, that's huge. And being able to bring that to everyone, that's huge. It's why when I get a call or a message or a text from someone needing help on my team or another team, right away I'm like, no, I got it. Let me help you out. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, I know you're busy. And I'm like, hey, if I can help, I'm going to do it, because that's what our company is about. And that's what I'm about. I need to give back for what Younique did for me in September. I don't know that I can ever repay all of that, ever. Have a good day.